They will also give you the Mac version together with the Windows version. Okay, I am for today's demonstration, I'm sorry, I'm going to use my Mac version. Tapi memang feature dia tak banyak beza sangat. Don't worry. Okay, so once you buy the license, you will get in all the three forms: the cloud version, okay, the web version, the Mac version, and also the Windows version. Okay, and ATLASti you can also use on your tablets and on your smartphone. But of course, the desktop version is the most yang you can use all the all the features in ATLASti. Okay, the maximum use is in the desktop form. Okay, now ATLASti also comes. You can go to the website atlasti.com. Okay, for you to know more information, not just about the product, they will explain to you. Okay, they will also have a support system where they provide videos. Okay, they provide online trainings, and in fact, they can even offer face-to-face training. Okay, and there are also samples of work done using ATLASti. Okay, so and why I highly recommend ATLASti. Okay, because they provide the support system and together with the videos. Okay, the tutorial videos, you can get it from the YouTube juga. It's free actually, and they also come with free webinar from time to time, and they also offer premium webinars and face-to-face workshop in which you have to book the place. Okay, but I'm telling you, by just watching the video saja, alhamdulillah, memang cukup untuk kita belajar, and we can, it's very user friendly. You can know how to use it by just watching the video, insyaAllah. Okay, in fact, many Malaysians YouTubers pun memang dah buat video about how to use ATLASti. Okay, and you can also become the certified trainer. I'm also one of the student certified trainer, the basic level. Okay, so that the good thing is, once you become the trainer, you don't have to buy the license for about 2 years. Okay, okay. Now the latest one, they come with the live chat. So as you're doing your work and you need to refer to someone, you can always type and talk to their assistant. Okay, for any clarification, inshallah. And here, this is my picture attending Dr. Ani Munira's training. From time to time, diorang memang buat. I think face-to-face pun ada, online training pun ada. Okay, and at the end, if you attend any formal training, at the end of the training, you'll get the chance to answer the quiz, and insyaAllah, if you're the winner, you get the panggil lifetime version. Maknanya you don't have to buy lah, and it can cost you almost 2,000 plus if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, talking about the price, they offer students price, and also corporate, non-profitable organization punya price pun ada. They are also selling the software to universities pun boleh juga, can be arranged. Okay, the students license, you can buy the license in the form of 2-year license ataupun 6 months sahaja, ataupun from month to month. This is for only for the web version. Okay, I hope you understand that web version tu maknanya we can access from anywhere. Okay, but still the desktop version is the best lah. Okay, but still kalau setakat kita nak buat kajian tindakan di sekolah, macam kita hanya ada tak banyak cycle, tak banyak tak banyak data, using the web version is good enough actually. Okay, my experience, I purchased the student license, and then at the end of it, while I was waiting for my Viva, I just bought the extended version. Yeah. Okay, so boleh dalam bentuk 6 months atau 2 months, 2 years. This is the latest. I got it this morning actually. Okay. Boleh yang one user, multiple user. So mungkin kalau kita ada share, then harga dia lebih jimat untuk dibeli. Okay. So far so good, Fatin. You can hear me clearly, right?
Sangat-sangat clear,
Okay,
Doktor.
alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay, now, what kind of data you can upload in ATLASti? It can almost in any form actually. It can be the text, PDF, audio, video. Okay, apa panggil? Audio, video, images. Okay, in fact, map pun dah boleh. Okay, and you can download from the social media, content from the social media. And you can also download any information, any references, articles from your dia panggil apa, reference manager macam Mendeley, okay, and note. Okay, here is the example. You can download images, you can download text, okay, which later you will analyze. You can download video, okay, ataupun kalau audio form maknanya tak ada gambar ni lah, tak ada video, just this part, okay. You can download audio recording, okay, and now the latest version, you can download content from the social media, Facebook, TikTok, okay, apa lagi, YouTube, ni apa, Instagram, okay, banyak dah. Saya pun tak terkejar dengan perkembangan ni. Okay, because sometimes you might want to ask your students, mungkin you will ask them to macam buat video ke, anything that can be shared on social media. And then you want to collect response, katakan, so that is doable. Okay, and you can import the data, okay, into ATLASti to be analyzed later. Okay, now survey form, okay, in any contohnya Google form, okay, ataupun dalam bentuk Excel, you can also download to be analyzed in ATLASti. Okay, contohnya you tengok sini kan, dia dah ada dah. Twitter, you want to download from Twitter, Evernote, okay, or any reference manager, okay. And then let's say you plan to download survey, okay. Your survey form might have different types of information, but in the latest ATLASti, you have the option to choose, to select the important ones to be stored in your ATLASti, okay, so that you boleh focus on what you want to focus on lah. Maknanya you don't have to have too much information in front of you. Okay. This one, as I mentioned, you can download from any reference manager, okay, including EndNote, Mendeley ke, okay, and lain-lain form. Saya tahu Mendeley je, sorry lah, saya guna yang tu saja. Okay, and this is the basic display in the Windows version. Okay, kalau you buka, mula-mula you buka satu project, so inilah dia punya display dia dalam ATLASti, which I will show you after this. Okay, and you may start with this, okay, kosong segala-galanya, and then you will end up having all this. Okay, it looks complicated awal-awal saja, sebenarnya tak. Okay, it's very helpful tools, and it is very user friendly, don't worry. Okay. Okay. So far ada nak tanya apa-apa about basic information about ATLASti? Tak ada ya? So I move on. Okay.
Banyak tu kegunaan dia. Social media pun boleh.
Yes,
Dah ni
betul.
dah banyak kita collect data from social media kan. I did that. Respon my students dekat social media tu banyak I gunakan untuk my data.
Yes, yes.
So it's very good lah. Sekarang ni trend baru kan, kita collect data from social media.
Data from social media, betul.
From kita punya Google Classroom, Telegram and so on.
Betul.
Satu bagus lah ini. Teruskan.
Saya start dengan ATLASti. ATLASti is similar to NVivo. I think NVivo is dia datang dulu daripada ATLASti, okay. So tapi saya minta maaf, saya tak boleh buat perbandingan with NVivo because I've never used NVivo, because once I use ATLASti, I mean dah cukup dah untuk saya, okay. So okay, now let me show you, okay. Kalau you download ATLASti, the thing is you can download, the good thing is you can download the free version from the website. Oh, saya lupa nak tunjuk website tadi, sekejap. Okay. Okay, this is example. Sorry, this is the website of Bismillah. Where is the this one? Okay, ATLASti. You just type atlasti.com. Inilah yang segala information yang you boleh tahu. Okay, the use of ATLASti, as you can see, it can be used by students, researchers, teachers, okay, marketers, even sekarang in the R&D, okay, for companies pun they are using ATLASti juga, okay. And this part, they are giving you information, resources related to this. If you want to learn about narrative analysis, about data collection, about qualitative versus quantitative, they are providing some macam lessons, free lesson for you, okay. And the support center, what kind of training, okay, they are providing, and the videos, okay. Contohnya video, don't worry, if you're using Mac version, they have different videos for Mac, and they have different sets of videos for Windows version, okay. Even for the web, if you just want to purchase the web version, okay, you can learn how to use it. Okay, okay, ni contoh website dia. Price semua boleh dapat kat situ, nak beli pun boleh beli secara online. Okay, and now they are having summer sale like 20% if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now once you open, you download the free version is for. I am so sorry, I don't have the exact information with me, but you can actually use it for some time. Okay. And with after the date is expired, you can still have the ATLASti software in your computer. Cuma the usage is very limited. You can just open the file. Okay. Mungkin yang buat analysis tu yang tak boleh, ataupun with very limited function. Okay, now this is my ATLASti. Okay, with my name. Okay, and these are the projects that I have done using ATLASti. Okay, and then this is one example. Okay, kalau you create, okay, a new project. Okay, let's say. Okay, you create new project. Okay, this is what you have. Okay, the basic function yang you need to understand is these 5. Okay, documents, codes, quotations, memos, and network. Okay, documents means you can type, you can upload any type of documents, bukan saja yang written form macam yang saya tunjuk tadi, audio version boleh, recording, video recording boleh, okay, any type boleh di-uploadkan. Okay, and then codes is when we assign, okay, sorry, I'm so sorry, I open for you. Okay, yang ni ni satu projek untuk hari ni. Okay, saya dah download. Okay, ini contoh dokumen yang you boleh download. Okay, contohnya video, and then you can play the video.
26 years of age is Demetria.
Macam kita cikgu-cikgu or educators kan, we might download videos of our classroom observation, for example. Okay, and then you can play the video. Okay, and as you analyze your classroom observation, you can highlight the part yang important, and you can write down comment for it. Contohnya lah, I want you to assume this is a classroom observation, and then you are analyzing contohnya questioning skills of the students kan, and then you find, okay, this is a good example, and then you just drag macam ni saja your cursor. Okay, and then you can type a memo. Contohnya, as example 1 of apa panggil philosophical question contohnya. Okay, okay, so you type kat sini contohnya. Okay, ataupun you nak name it, this is example by Ali question 1. Okay, contoh lah classroom observation tu, you are observing one particular student. Okay, and then every time he asks a question, okay, you can highlight that part. Okay, contohnya this part. Okay, you can highlight that part. Then you can name it as Ali example 2, for example. Okay, so maknanya semua ni later ATLASti can give you macam just you can, this is once you highlight, it is called quotation. Okay, so all these list of quotations you boleh derive. Okay, maknanya the summary of it for you to have a look later. Okay, so this is in a video form. Kalau you download result analysis contohnya macam yang ni, okay, this. I think Dr. Zailah setuju kita one thing yang we need to highlight to our MARNet members is about the use of pre and post test yang we actually tak nak our action research practitioners use it kan, kita tak nak dalam bentuk pre or post test. Macam Dr. Satirah mention sebelum ni, we can collect, you have collected different types of data, and why do we want to prove our achievement just by presenting the pre and post test, okay? But the any kind of test ataupun any kind of evidence that show the performance of the students can be included as a part of our evidence in action research kan. So contohnya yang ini, let's say this is the quiz done after the class, okay? So you can highlight the important part. Just drag your cursor macam ni, then it will become one quotation. Okay, create quotation. So means you are going to use this image sebagai one of your evidence. Okay, and then so this become one quotation lah. Maknanya the quotation means the highlighted part of your data yang you find interesting or you find important. Okay, to be included in your analysis. Okay, and you can always type your comment here. Okay, ini kalau dalam bentuk picture, ini adalah the audio recording.
Okay, nama saya Maisha. Let's tempat for a video dekat apa.
Okay, this is when sekarang ni ATLASti comes with tool for you to do the transcription. You boleh buat transcription using ATLASti. Ada kaedah dia tapi proses dia agak detail, tak boleh nak share di sini. Tapi ada video in YouTube juga. Okay, and for me, even before ATLASti introduced that option, I have done my transcription. Okay, for masa saya buat thesis dulu, I've done my transcription memang using ATLASti. Okay, one example is that you can play the audio. Okay, and then you highlight the important part. So it become one quotation. And then if you want to add any notes to it, ataupun dalam, in my case, I did my transcription. So I tulis ini. Contohnya dia cakap tadi, I'm my Sarah from Ampang contohnya. Okay. Or anything that you think is important to be noted. You boleh type kat sini. And then you listen again.
Ada 6 tambah saya. Anak ke? 3. Lelaki 3, so ada lelaki 3 adik. Boleh panggil Maisha. Nama saya Dania Aisyah.
Okay. Okay, the use of satu saya nak share about how ATLASti really helped me. Okay, because as you know, when we are doing action research, to move on macam other kind of research, you can actually, you dah plan well and then you collect data and then at the end of it, you dah boleh analyze kan. Tapi in doing action research, we have the cycles, right? So you cannot wait to analyze your cycle 1 at the end of cycle 3, right? So you have to analyze, you dah collect data in cycle 1 and then you analyze before you move on to cycle 2, okay? So it's difficult sometimes, okay, for us to macam apa nak macam mungkin you ada kekangan duit ke, you tak boleh nak hantar untuk orang buatkan transcription for you. Okay, what you can do kan, you can actually analyze on your own in the simplest form macam saya cakap tadi. Just listen and highlight the important parts. And this important part you can print out later. Okay, but you can do the official transcription later. Okay, kalau if you want to include that interview as part of your appendix lah in your thesis contohnya. Okay, so I hope you are faham what I'm trying to say. So this is my example of how you can select important information in audio form. Yang ini pula dalam bentuk gambar. Okay, and in fact gambar, if you don't want to, contohnya you buat kajian pasal Ali, ni gambar Ali, so ini muka dia, you can actually select. Then it become one part. Okay, create quotation. And then you boleh cakap ni Ali. Okay, so you can assign comment. You can highlight the important part of the photo. Okay, ini kalau use picture. And the most common one ialah in action research kan, or in qualitative research, we have lots of interview katakan. Okay, so you download the transcription macam ni. Okay, And then the common analysis is the apa panggil? Thematic analysis ke, where you have to read through, okay, the entire transcription, and then you start to assign codes, okay, to certain quotations. Okay, contohnya this is the transcription. Okay, ini contoh yang diberi oleh ATLASti from the website. It's about the focus of the research is on friendship. Okay, so this is the beginning stage of the interview. Mungkin you want to make some notes about the important thing. Okay, contohnya nama dia ke. Okay, and then okay, let's say okay, now you dah ada any information yang you feel relevant or important, then you will highlight. Okay, bismillah. Kejap Okay, you highlight that part. It become one quotation. Okay, and then when you assign code, okay, you assign code. Let's say lah yang ini code dia apa? Contoh kind of activity that you do together. So you assign a code of activity contohnya. So this become one code for this quotation. And as you can see, this quotation has been coded with one code. Okay, so this one I'm just showing you a brief example saja. Okay, because this is what we do kan. Normally we read and we code. So you just highlight the important part, and then you can always you boleh double click, you create code, okay? Ataupun you boleh awal-awal nak create code pun boleh. Contohnya macam ni, you pergi kat list, and then because from our literature review, we might have some apa panggil preconceived ideas, right, of what to be coded. So kalau you awal-awal you nak create a list of codes pun boleh for you to choose later. Okay, contohnya when it comes to friendship, you want to code about the activity, for example. And then you want to add apa lagi? Apa panggil benefits of having good friends, contohnya. Ataupun the apa-apalah. Okay, so you can actually create a list of codes awal-awal, and then it will be displayed here. Okay, so bila later on you can read through your transcription, and then you can assign the code by drag and drop, macam ni pun boleh. Ataupun sometimes one quotation may consist of two codes. Okay, kalau you rasa oh this is not the one, you can always delete, remove coding. Okay, so ni example. I don't want to go into detail lagi. Ini I'm showing you the example of how you can store your document, okay, in any form. Okay, and then you can start analyzing them. Okay, okay, what I want to show here dalam doing action research. Okay, let's say these are your documents, okay, yang you want to use, and then you want to group your documents together. Okay, contohnya this one and this one. Sorry. Okay, let's say you want to group this together. It will become one in one group. Okay, I'm so sorry. Network code. You can, here. Kalau you tengok sini, the basic element of ATLASti ialah for you to store the document, and then for you to have a list of codes, for you to create any memos. Okay, memos ni maknanya as we are doing our research. Contohnya this is in cycle 1. Okay, and there are important things that you need to remind yourself. Okay, ataupun maybe you want to put a list of budget expenses in cycle 1, so you can put them all under memo, contohnya. Okay, and then you can also create network, which I will show you later. Okay, and these 4 elements you can create groups untuk tu. Okay, contohnya macam tadi saya kata, kalau you ada banyak dokumen, tapi contohnya ini adalah transcription untuk cycle 1, you can group this together and it become one group document. Okay, yang tu saya tunjuk kemudian lah. Okay, okay. So ini basic feature of ATLASti and what kind of information yang you boleh upload. And then ni yang dia punya surface ni will tell you the summary lah of what you have done within that one project. Okay. Okay, I want to move on to my second set of slide. Okay, now tadi saya dah cakap about the use of ATLASti. Now I want to particularly focus on how ATLASti, how can you manage and analyze your action research data in ATLASti. Okay, okay, as we know, okay, this is the common 4 steps of action research where we plan, act, observe, and reflect. And these 4 steps, okay, are repeated over and over in every cycle that you have. Okay, now kalau tanya saya when do you use ATLASti, actually from the very beginning. Okay, for those who are doing thesis contohnya, we start with literature review kan, before we can come out with the proposal. ATLASti can really help you, okay, to do your literature review in a very efficient way. Okay, ada soalan? Okay. I think kata kalau ada soalan boleh type. Okay. So as early as at the beginning of the research where you do some reading, you dah boleh dah store. Macam saya pun saya dah tak store my articles in my Mendeley. Okay, I straight away bring them to my ATLASti. I create one project, I name it literature review contohnya. Okay, so I dump all my articles there. Okay. Okay. So kalau dalam cycle action research itself, you use ATLASti because at the planning stage, okay, you can use the memo, okay, to create memo related to your cycle 1, okay, and then acting, okay lah, maknanya kita we apply our strategies, and then we observe and we collect data, right? So this is especially the part where we use ATLASti the most, because once we collect, and then you can upload in the ATLASti to be stored, okay. Okay, this is the cycle 1 or cycle 2 that you have, and for every cycle you have the 4 steps. Okay. Now ni tadi yang saya tunjuk basic display in Windows, and it can be at the end you can have something like this. Okay, the detailed analysis. Okay, now penggunaan ATLASti. Okay, contohnya saya nak start as early as literature review. Okay, now let's say this is the article you are reading. Okay, kalau the conventional way dulu kita guna highlighter. Okay, 80s, 90s maybe dia orang guna highlighter and they highlight certain parts. Kan? And we use different colors to represent different codes. Okay, so this is basically what ATLASti is doing for you. Okay, you highlight and you assign a code, and you read, you highlight, you assign a different code. Okay, tapi imagine sometimes let's say that particular quotation can represent 2 codes. Okay, can illustrate your points for 2 codes. Susah pula you nak highlight 2 color kan? Tapi dalam ATLASti boleh benda tu. Okay, and codes ni, okay, codes yang you dah assign in the ATLASti, don't worry of making mistakes, okay, because along the way you can always define the code again. You can rename, you can delete codes, you can duplicate, and these are all the things that you can do with ATLASti after you have done the coding process. Okay, you boleh assign colors, okay, and so tak dull your work tu kan. Sekali imbas with the different colors, you dah boleh nampak the final analysis lah for that cycle contohnya. Okay, and you can link the codes. Ada so many things that you can do in ATLASti. Okay, contohnya. Okay, this is the typical way of doing it. Macam saya tunjuk tadi, you highlight that part, you right click, and then you assign one code. Okay, ataupun you highlight that part, and then if you have listed your codes on the left side, you can just drag and drop. Once you drag and drop, the code will appear here. Okay. Okay. Kadang-kadang, especially at the early stage, let's say in doing literature review, okay, you ada 10 good articles. Okay. you have read the 10 good articles, ataupun even if you haven't read the 10 good articles, you just upload them, but you know those articles are related to your topic. You upload them in the apa panggil, ATLASti, okay, and then you can ask ATLASti to come up with the word cloud. Okay, this is word cloud. Maknanya ATLASti will show you what are the words yang appeared in those articles. And the bigger ones, okay, maknanya lebih banyak the frequency, the high frequency of it appeared in those articles. Okay, contohnya you are doing a research on happiness, okay, and then you have uploaded the 10 articles, and then when you ask ATLASti to generate the word cloud, this is what you get. Okay, and then actually for every word ni, bila you move your cursor, when you move to the word, ATLASti will tell you how many times the word occur. Okay. So macam yang ni sekali imbas you dah nampak, oh baguslah artikel ni. Contohnya you download satu artikel and then you tengok the word cloud, oh memang artikel ni is about happiness. Okay, not just from the title, but the word happy tu or the concept happy tu memang appear so many times in ATLASti. So you know these are the good one, the good article that should be selected contohnya. Okay. Okay. And then bukan saja it will show you in a cloud form. Okay, dia dah boleh juga show you dalam list form macam ni. Okay, how many times it occurred. And like I've mentioned just now, the bigger the word means the high frequency of it occurred in throughout the articles. Okay, and then the good thing is kalau you pergi dekat that word, and then ATLASti will show you the use of that word in the full sentence in the article. Macam mana nak buat word cloud? Okay, yang tu saya akan tunjuk lepas ni. Okay, yang ni saya just tunjuk sekali imbas what you can get. Okay, you can get this one, word cloud, list of words. Okay, and then okay, yang ini tadi contoh kalau you dah highlight. Okay, sorry. Kenapa you use word cloud? Because sometimes satu for selection of article. Okay, you nampak, okay, that article contain many words related to your research, then you want to choose the article. Lagi satu, you can actually, you know, let's say your research is about sanitation, okay, and then you have a list, and then once you move your cursor to the word sanitation, okay, you will just not just get the number, it appeared 141 times throughout the 10 articles, it will also show you, okay, kat mana dia appear and in which article. How do you know which article? Dia coding ni, contohnya this one, 2.223 kan. 2 ni maknanya dalam article 2. It appears, okay. Ni, dia dah highlight the word. And then let's say you tak ada masa lagi nak baca, okay. Tapi you nak, maksud saya you nak ATLASti assign the code immediately. But later, remember tadi saya cakap walaupun you dah assign the code and then you rasa tak adalah ni tak ada kena-mena, you nak delete pun boleh, okay. But at the early stage, you can just ask ATLASti to assign the code, and immediately all the words, all the sentences with that particular word will be assigned a code, okay. So ni cara ringkas lah, okay. Tapi sebenarnya the common way of using ATLASti, kita sendiri baca, kita highlight and we assign the code, okay. But just to tell you, there are many ways of doing it. Okay, later after you have done that part, you will get the list here, okay. And the list ni later, because those lists are what we call codes kan. Daripada codes, then only we can generate the themes, okay. Contohnya here, from the list of codes, okay, you can group them together under the theme of negative effect of parenthood. And then you can also have list of quotes which you can group together under the theme of positive effects of parenthood. Okay, ni hasil dia. And macam saya kata tadi, you can actually quantify your qualitative data. You will see how many times it appeared. Okay. It's so funny, maybe for those yang tak tahu kan, dulu-dulu diorang actually they print the article, they actually cut and paste the article. They cut and paste on board ke or on dinding pun ada. So that that's how they group all the related quotations together. Tapi sekarang tak payah, because nanti saya tunjuk kamu how ATLASti will generate.
Tapi yang seksa dulu tu ramai habis. Yang lagi mudah ni ramai tak habis ni, apa cerita? Dulu yang bertampal-tampal bertepek-tepek tu habis semua buat.
Betul.
3 tahun habis.
Oh, kan? So that
Yang
is
itu
our inspiration.
tahap kepahlawanannya tinggi dulu-dulu. Potong-potong
Tahu tak?
tampal-tampal. Kalah mak kilau.
Darah mak kilau kuat.
Tu dia kadang-kadang dah bersimpan-simpan macam ni tak siap pula. Okay,
Kan?
teruskan Dr. Nazar.
Betul. Yeah, facts of life. Thank you, Dr. Zaila. Okay, so yang ni saya cakap, you boleh nampak hasil dia, you boleh nampak mana quotes yang very dominant in that research, okay, after you have analysed. Okay, another way of doing quotations, of assigning quotes is actually, you can read through your transcription, okay, you read through your transcription and you highlight the important parts. And then, here, as you can see, these are all the quotes yang you dah select, yang you find them important. Okay, sebab macam saya kata tadi lah kan, macam dalam interview, contohnya the early parts tu baru borak-borak nak sesuaikan diri. So of course, that one is not your data, part of your data, kan? Okay, and then you baca, you dah highlighted. So you dah have list of quotes. And then, list of quotations, I mean. Okay, and then, if you, along the way, you can have a list of quotes, you dah boleh siap-siap generate list of quotes. And later on, you can also do it this way, where you read one by one, and then you can tick which quotes are related to that quotation. Macam ni pun boleh. And then if you are not sure, they have a column here called undecided. You're not sure yet, you just tick this. And all these undecided quotations will be grouped together to remind you that they have not been fully analysed yet. Okay. Dan ini adalah what will come up, what will appear in your final analysis contohnya. Okay, ni tadi yang tak ada apalah. Yang ni list of quotes. Actually, list of quotes ni sebelah sini. You can see my cursor, right? Can?
Boleh.
Yeah, okay. So this is a list of quotes that you have, and then you can group them together. Sekarang the latest version, you can have folders even, okay, for the different grouping. And then yang ni, yang macam saya kata tadi, under each, tapi tak apalah, yang ni saya tunjuk bila saya buka ATLASti nanti. Okay, this is what ni macam kalau kita buat part of qualitative data pun, the groundedness kan, you need to identify groundedness level, the co-occurrence of the quotes, ni dalam bentuk ni dia boleh present to you. Okay, here I will go on to my example. Sekejap ya. Example ni, sorry. Saya nak tunjuk fokus. Ni. Saya nak tunjuk contoh my okay. Tadi kan bila kita dah masukkan transcription dalam ATLASti, okay, and then we have read through, and then we have assigned the codes. So later, okay, you can ask ATLASti to generate your list of quotations, okay, according to codes. Okay, so ni contoh saya. Dalam my focus group interview, I interviewed a group of students about the application of philosophical inquiry approach in teaching civic and citizenship education. Okay, so this is their response. Okay, and which I have coded, all these quotations I have coded as their initial feelings, okay, about the subject. And then here are their feelings towards the approach. Okay, with the name of the students. Okay. Here, what did they say about this particular subject as compared to other other classes? And then whenever they mention anything about how the teacher conduct the class, okay, I have highlighted under the code of teacher's role. So you will get the list of quotations and the code. You tak nak quotations, you nak list of quotes saja pun boleh. Okay. Because with that, you can summarize your finding like this. Kan? Untuk interview question 1, interview question 2, 3 and 4, these are the sub-themes and these are the themes that you can get. and later you can come up with the report. Macam ni kan? So before we start doing the writing, presenting our analysis, that is the process that we have to go through. Okay, then bila you buat tu, you present the themes and sub-themes for that particular question, you will also include some selected quotations yang you dah highlight, yang you have chosen. Okay, okay. So this is one example. Is it clear? I hope you all boleh.
Clear, Doktor.
Boleh. Sekejap. Another example. Mana pula saya punya? Where were we? Oh, now I want to show example from the ATLASti. Okay. Yang ni. Okay. I will open another project. Ni contoh project ATLASti. Dah bagi contoh dalam website dia, you boleh download. Okay. Okay. In this project, okay, this project is about meaning and experience of friendship. Okay. So the researcher has downloaded for apa panggil ni? Transcription. And this is how she did the coding. Okay, maybe this part is not that important. And then this part barulah you start to highlight and generate the themes, kan? Okay, sorry, generate the codes before you can generate the themes. Okay, and then with this, all this later, okay, you can see the list of codes here. Okay, this one you can say macam themes juga lah about the friendship. Okay, about the friendship, the sub codes you have examples of activities. You have the benefits, who they define as best friend, characteristic of a good friend maybe, okay? And then it talks about communication. All this, kalau you pergi one by one, you choose one by one, it will before you do the writing. Okay, and this is also the list that you can give to your validation group, validation members. Contohnya, in your validation group, in doing action research, kan, at the end of the cycle, before you move on, okay, okay, or before at the end, you can actually have this for the inter-rater reliability test. You boleh guna. Putus-putus ke? Yang lain dengar saya clear tak? Hai Eng daripada Kuantan ni.
Okay je, very clear, tak ada putus.
Very clear. Okay, sorry Eng, maybe your ni kot. Ya.
Mungkin participant punya internet.
Maybe sahabat saya pun putus-putus juga. Kejap-kejap saya ingatkan line.
Allah is. Okay.
InsyaAllah.
So this is macam saya kata tadi, bila you pergi dekat every tu, you memo ni macam saya kata tadi, anything important. Okay, network. I think I want to move on to the function of network so that you faham what is network. But before that, let me move on with this slide dulu. Okay. Okay, what is network? Okay, network is a visualized form of your data. Okay, even though it's in a qualitative data, okay. Sebab kita sekarang kan memanglah lagilah zaman sekarang kan memang everything is in image form kan, lagi senang orang nak faham. Okay, especially macam kita normally, okay, when we meet our supervisor, okay, for advice, for approval, okay, this will help us a lot. Okay, we can just present to them in the visual form. Okay, this is the simplest form. Okay. Ataupun macam ni. You can have the theme, the three themes with the sub themes. Okay, that support your finding. Okay, example of network pun can be in this form. where you can show the relationship. Okay, contohnya in your analysis you have identified one of the codes for parenthood is it is very rewarding. Okay, then rewarding in what term? Okay, dari segi personal growth, dari segi give you a sense of fulfillment contohnya. Okay, dari segi inilah semua ni. And all the one with the same color means they are under the same group. Okay, and then you can also have the negative effect related. Okay, all this relationship you can choose from ATLASti to represent your data in a visual form. Okay, this is more complicated, never mind. But I'm just showing you what ATLASti can do for you when you are going to present your data in visual form. Macam-macam jenis ada. Okay, now demo on this, then we go back to ATLASti nak tunjuk you macam mana nak buat network. Okay, contohnya this is your data. Okay, about friendship. You have interviewed 4 people. You have come up with 3 teams, okay, with many sub-teams, sub-teams ataupun codes. Now you want to present it visually. Okay, what you can do is, this one, okay, what you can do is, you select network. Mana network? Ni network, and then new network. Okay. Okay, these are your codes kan? Sekarang ni you nak bring in this one in a visual form. So you just choose this, drag and drop. Okay, and then you right click, you want to add all the codes related to this. See? So you can see one theme that you can talk about is about friendship. Okay, you can talk about its characteristic, activities they define that they do together with their friends, the benefits of having good friendship, okay, and all this. Lagi detail, you can just choose that part, and then you add neighbor, you add the quotation. So then you can have, sekejap ya, macam mana saya nak kecilkan ni, bismillah. I'm so sorry. Okay, never mind lah. Minta maaf, I lupa how do you, okay. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so for every, panggil apa, ini kan macam kalau you buat presentation lah contohnya, mungkin masa Viva ke kan, then you can show them, these are the sub-teams for this team, and these are the supporting quotations for your finding contohnya. Okay, so that's how you do it. Ada banyak cara nak buat, macam saya tunjuk tadi, sometimes you just want to show the list of quotations related to that code. Sometimes you want to show the relationship of this. Kalau you tak nak benda ni keluar, you boleh je undo. Edit, undo. Okay, so back to this. Okay, that's how you do it. Kalau you nak show relationship antara ini dengan ini, you can actually, you can create the link, okay. Yeah, one thing about the layout, you can always change the layout, okay. But I'm telling you, antara Mac dengan Windows, in presenting data in visual form, memang Windows punya saya rasa lebih user friendly daripada Mac, okay. So that is how you do network. Any question about network? Can you see the the benefit of having network in analyzing your qualitative data? Especially kalau kita, what you can do, you can actually present this in your cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3 in visual form pun boleh. Okay? No question? Kalau tak, saya beralih. Okay? Oh, dah almost 11. Okay, sorry. Now, selain daripada bentuk yang tadi, bentuk network tadi, yang macam ni, you can also present your data, okay, dalam bentuknya bar chart. Okay? Or, this is what ATLASti have, they call it Sankey diagram. Okay, looks macam complicated je kan, macam very high tech macam tu, tapi sebenarnya the data is sama bentuk macam ni, cuma dalam different form. Okay, comes from the same data. Ataupun you can see the number of occurrence ataupun apa panggil tadi, groundedness. Okay, they will tell you. Okay, and then you can make comparison macam ni immediately, walaupun dia qualitative kan, but when we have quantified, at least kita understand the data better in this form. Nak present pun lebih senang. And bila you move on, it will show you which quotations yang support that data. Okay, you can also present in this form or this form. Okay, memang menarik lah kalau especially siapa-siapa orang-orang muda kan yang tahu you know how to do all this good visual image. Memang sangat menarik guna ATLASti ni. Okay. Kadang kita mungkin you might think you don't see the benefit of quantify to see the final analysis in terms of why we need to quantify our data. Okay, saya ini adalah satu contoh yang menarik. Contohnya kalau research tu is about macam tadi kan, about having children, the effects of having children contohnya. Okay, and then after you have done your codes, you have gone through the process of coding. Okay, and you have come up with your list of codes, and then it can be presented in this bar form, bar chart ni kan, you boleh tengok pendapat, because merah represent apa panggil, negative effect lah kira of having children, green is the positive effect. Okay, and then you can start making comparison from your data ni. Katakan you nak select your respondent yang ada 1 child and your respondent yang ada 2 children, and you can see here those having 1 child, okay, they feel that the pro and cons of having children to about equal. Maybe they are still excited of having. I mean, they can really maknanya nampak the pro and cons, okay, of having children. And those who are having 2 children or more, okay, alhamdulillah, they see and they can give you more reasons why we should have children. Okay, because as you can see from this visual form, you sekali imbas you dah boleh nampak, oh memang those who are having more children, they enjoy their parenthood more than those who are having maybe one child. Okay, so this is the benefit of visualizing your data. Okay, memo tadi macam saya kata is a part in the ATLASti where it can be your diary entry, because as we are doing action research kan, kita ada benda yang kita nak jot down. We need to remind ourselves, contohnya budget, contohnya list of things to do, okay, our entry, diary entry journal, semua ni can be typed in the memo part, and you can also print them later. Okay, and other advantages of using ATLASti. Okay, let's say you have, macam saya dulu, I have many transcriptions. So let's say you have uploaded the transcription. Okay, here, example, you are the doer. ATLASti, they have this tool called search or query tool, in which you can ask ATLASti to identify this word, that particular word. Okay, contohnya child or children, mana kisah saya? Okay, child atau children. Okay, you can ask ATLASti to identify and highlight. Okay, for you. And you can even ask ATLASti to code immediately. Ataupun just instead of assigning a code, you can ask ATLASti to highlight, and they become, those highlighted sentences will become your quotations, which you will assign the code later. Okay, so this is one tool that they have. You can also ask, macam tadi juga lah, guna query tool tu. Let's say you want tiba-tiba you want to focus on one student and the name is Ali. Then you can ask ATLASti to come up with all the quotations yang diucapkan oleh Ali contohnya, or any organization or any location. Okay, this is especially for big project lah. Okay, the use of this. ATLASti also have this sentiment analysis. You know, this is ni semua dengan AI lah kan. Sentiment analysis means this is especially contohnya you buat action research, you apply this technique, and then you interview the students ataupun you give them a survey form. Okay, and then you upload your data in ATLASti, and then all this data without you analyzing at the early stage, you can just assign ATLASti to identify all the positive elements mentioned by the students, all the negative elements mentioned by the students, or the neutral element. And ATLASti will actually highlight those sentences and assign it a code, either positive, negative, or neutral. But don't worry that maybe you kata, betul ke ATLASti buat? Because you can always go back and read one by one and see whether you agree or not. If you don't agree, you just delete the code. Or you delete, you don't want the code to be used for that particular quotation. Sampai macam tu sekali ATLASti boleh buat. Sebab tu ATLASti is famous among the researchers, marketing kan, those yang buat marketing, because they have done surveys on thousands of people, so they use this element. Kita pun boleh actually use this. Let's say kita punya interview ramai kan, and then we want ATLASti to identify the positive elements, then it can do it for you. Another thing is, if you upload any document in ATLASti, ini soalan ke? If you upload any document in ATLASti, your transcription contohnya, okay? Zaman saya dulu tak boleh buat ni. Sekarang dah ada editing option. Contohnya apa yang you upload tu ada mistake, you can always change in ATLASti. Okay, so don't worry. Sorry, you can edit the text, you can print, you can assign numbering, paragraph numbering. Because kalau kita buat coding, okay, because certain parts of doing coding, you need to assign, sometimes kita put our transcription in a table form. Kalau dalam table form tu awal-awal kita dah boleh add numbering kan in the first column. Tapi kalau it's not in the table form macam ni, you can always assign numbering to the paragraph. So don't worry. Ni apa, if you find any typo pun you boleh betulkan. As you go along analyzing the data, you realize ada spelling mistakes ke apa ke, you boleh fix it. And for a big project of action research, okay, macam collaborative action research kan, where we have the main investigator ataupun the head lah of the group, okay, who let's say we have this one project, okay, and Mary is the head. So Mary will maknanya dia yang the PI, okay, the main investigator. So Mary, data semua datang daripada Mary, okay, and then Mary can actually assign, okay, all the files, okay, or the project to 3 different people, the team members, the other team members, for them to do the coding, okay, and later on, all 3 of them will send back their analysis to Mary. Okay, and Mary can, Mary is the administrator lah. Okay, taking the role of the project administrator for all the project. Maknanya Mary will go through and validate the final one. So, and in fact, all the different data, all the different analysis can be combined in one project later. Okay, and maybe if it needs to go, the second cycle of review, Mary can actually send them again. Okay, send to each of them the file that she has reviewed. Okay, so for a big project, okay, actually a big action research project, ATLASti can really help you in terms of managing, okay, the data juga macam ni. Okay, I think I've given you the overview. Ada soalan tak so far? Please stop. Okay, yes.
Okay, sebenarnya kita session ni kan bukanlah kita nak mendalam betul. This is just, I think 1 hour ni is a awareness session kan. Sebab kita nak latih lah kita punya researcher ni, sebab kita AR kan banyak qualitative data. Macam saya pun, saya nak kongsi sikit lah, boleh Nazar?
Boleh, of course.
Kongsi sakit pula. Kongsi sikit pengalaman saya buat PhD, my thesis tapi way back lah. 99 tahun 90-an dulu, rasanya tak, masa tu tak tahulah, I pun tak aware lah ATLASti ni. Tapi I nak share with you, because kita dalam AR ni kita banyak menganalisis amalan kita. That's why I'm not against pretest post test ya. Banyak orang pretest post test tu untuk menguji keberkesanan tu memang I anti sangat-sangat. Untuk menguji keberkesanan, because AR is doing inquiry, melakukan inquiry terhadap amalan kita. Yang kita nak analisis di amalan kita. For example, in my thesis, in my research, antara yang saya analyze adalah saya punya teacher talk, kan? Kita nak macamnya kita nak sebab in action research we are convincing siapa? Kita nak convince kita. Kita nak yakinkan kita. Saya nak menganalisis saya punya PDP, berapa banyak saya sebenarnya bercakap. Ya, teacher talk tu. So pakai kalau manual, zaman saya study dulu, manual saya tiap-tiap 5 saat saya ada kertas untuk saya buat gundalan.
Betul.
Tiap 5 seconds saya kira teacher, student and noise and others kan. 5 saat klik tik 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 tik, lepas tu saya kira berapa semua dapatlah percentage. Oh, saya punya teacher talk 80 berapa persen. So it shows that itu macam pre-test juga lah. It shows that I'm teacher centered. Kan. Jadi lepas saya punya bila kita buat reflection dan kita tengok rujukan kan, sepatutnya kalau kelas discussion ni kita patut kalau 60% tu. So the second cycle tu saya analyse lagi sekali. Masa tu kita tak tahulah nak menganalisis teacher talk. For example, I nak analyse how many questions hebat yang saya tanya, how many hot question, how many low question, and then I nak tengok wait time. So I nak tanya Naza, dalam kalau macam I nak macam dulu I menggundal-gundal kan. In fact kita banyak buat tik tik tik. So kalau macam ni ATLASti boleh bantu ke tak boleh kalau kita nak cari percentage teacher talk, kita tak quantify macam tu.
Boleh. To answer that, I share screen balik sekejap.
Jenuh tau nak buat gundalan ni.
I faham. Dr. Zaila, macam saya pun kita serupa lah. Thesis saya pun kan, because saya analyse elements of community of inquiry dalam classroom. Okay, so these are the elements. Okay, yang I want to identify. There are 7 elements yang I want to see whether my students have been practicing or not kan. Okay. And then saya juga analyze their reasoning skills, and these are elements of reasoning skills. Okay, so I have this checklist with me, right? I have this checklist with me, and normally I simplify the checklist. Contohnya, offer appropriate analogy, saya just name it analogy. Contohnya, so when we have the list, okay, the checklist with us, and then bila kita guna ATLASti, dan saya kata tadi, bila kita guna ATLASti and then we start to analyze, contohnya kita buka satu dialog kan. Okay. And then kita dah ada checklist dengan kita tadi kan, macam Dr. Zala cakap. So maknanya kita highlight that part. Bila kita highlight that part and then we assign the code. Contohnya ini reasoning skill. Ini community of inquiry punya element. Ini sekian. And then at the end kan Dr. Zala, dia can be quantified. Kan, macam yang saya present tadi. So therefore, bila dia quantified, that's when we can come up with something macam ni akhirnya. Kita boleh nampak perkembangan elemen tu throughout cycle 1, cycle 2 dan cycle 3. Sebab kita dah highlight benda tu dalam dialog kita, and then ATLASti help us to quantify, and then we can present the data macam ni. Do I answer your question, Dr. Zaila?
Kalau macam contoh dia boleh tak carikan contoh, kita nak kata nak ukur kita punya wait time. Kita punya soalan tu kita nak tengok kita punya wait time tu berapa saat. ATLASti boleh measure tak time kalau dalam kita punya script, dalam kita punya voice tu?
Kalau time, okay, you're talking about kita ada video lah kira kan?
Misalnya ini audio tape, dalam audio tape tu
macam ni.
Saya bercakap kan, saya nak tahu berapa lama saya punya wait time from the last teacher statement dengan maknanya dia dah ada dia punya macam charts lah to show that punya kita punya wait time and so on. Maknanya time lah, dia boleh ukur tak masa-masa semua tu. Kalau guna ATLASti.
Pengukuran tu sebab saya tak pernah buat macam tu, I'm trying to think. Okay, but when you listen to it, you can always take note. And dari segi time tu, I'm so sorry Dr. Zala, I cannot answer you. Okay.
I think macam contoh saya juga ada analyze berapa banyak kita memberikan soalan, the quality of our question. Maknanya nanti dia boleh kelompokkan kan, the type of
dia boleh kelompokkan. Yes.
So I think baguslah pasal kita sebenarnya in AR ni kita nak banyak describe perlakuan lah. Kita nak menganalisis cara kita mengajar,
Yes.
cakapan kita kan.
Betul.
Ya.
Let's say
Yang
this
itu-
is our transcription of our classroom observation kan Dr. Zaila. Macam yang ni katakan kita record our own voice lah dalam kelas.
Yalah, dalam
Which is
kita punya Google
actually-
Meet kan banyak kita punya voices, kita punya rakaman kan.
Ya, rakaman kita.
Masa
And
PKP
actually,
itu.
Dr. Zaila, by doing action research kan, it is really such a good practice kan, sebab kan we really have to analyze ourselves. When we listen back to our voice kan,
Ya.
kita akan tahu ya Allah.
And dia kata, why did I say that? Why did I say that kan?
Ya,
Sebab
betul
kita kena
kan?
dengar. Because when we do reflection kan, masa my experience nak bimbing cikgu-cikgu buat refleksi, rupanya sangat sukar kita nak mengkritik diri kita. Sangat sukar. Because kita tidak ada magic
Betul.
mirror kan. Kita akan
Betul.
salahkan student, tak boleh ni persekitaran macam ni. Semua kita nak tunjuk, kita nak nampak. Sebenarnya kita tak boleh nampak amalan kita. Sebab kita tak ada
Betul.
cermin.
Betul.
Orang tak boleh bagi kita critical punya feedback kan.
Betul.
Jadi kita boleh nampak orang, kita tak boleh nampak kita. That's why, because dalam action research, the reflection is about ourselves.
Ourselves.
Why we are doing things, apa punca kan. Kalau budak not thinking, kita kata budak ni tak buat ni, budak ni tak buat ni. So kita nak tengok apa yang kita tak buat tu. That's why kita kena menganalisis amalan kita, diri kita, process of inquiring kita punya amalan tu. So nak explain, menghuraikan kita punya percakapan kita, because the heart of teaching and learning is what we talk in the class.
Yes.
What is the verbatim, apa yang kita cakapkan tu. Selalu kita tak dengar balik apa kita cakap. So with ATLASti, dia boleh analyse kita punya audio, the things that we say kan. Kadang-kadang kita boleh tengok lah berapa banyak kita membelete yang benda tak berkenaan yang kita cakap dalam kelas tu. So ATLASti can tell you. So importantnya qualitative analysis ni dalam action research lah. Ana menyebut
Macam
lah
ni
sikit kan.
contoh dia kan, macam kalau kita listen, contohlah this part kan, kita dah highlight kan. And then kita kata, contohlah ini kita punya recording mengajar kan. And then this one kita boleh kata this is our lower order thinking. Lower order thinking question. Okay.
Low order question.
Question.
High order thinking question, low order thinking question.
So as you will listen kan, then kita analyze. This is when I ask them higher order thinking kan. Then you assign a code. Oh sorry. Yang ni saya pergi letak memo pun. Sebenarnya macam ni. As we are listening, let's say kita highlight this part. This is when we ask the students higher order thinking questions. So we can assign code. Macam mana assign code ya Allah. Bismillah. Code pergi kat sini.
Tu dia. New code.
Dan new code. Okay. So katakan yang ni
High order hot, lots ke.
hot ataupun, and then kita akan identify yang hot nanti. Katakan. Okay. Okay, you add to the list of
Kan
code.
senang macam tu.
So maknanya yang ini, yang ni, lepas tu pergi kat list of code. You tutup
Lepas
dokumen.
tu kan kalau kita buat manual macam itu tak mana pula letak kertas tadi yang aku analyse tadi, tak ke mana duduknya pula dah.
Yang ni kan,
yang ni semua
saya bagi
disimpan.
contoh. So kita dah identify, and then kita listen lagi, kita dah identify sana sini, kita dah identify, and then kita dah assign codes kan. Contohnya ni, ni lower order thinking, higher order thinking. Sekejap I know you have one question tadi. Okay, I bagi 4 je contoh. Okay. Ini adalah contoh where we manage to identify our lower order thinking question atau higher order thinking question to the student. And then we can go to code. Okay, and then we can go to quotations. Kita nak suruh ATLASti print out kan, and then tapi sebab ini audio form, sebab tu you must yang the best one is when you have the transcription dekat sini. So bila you highlight, bila you suruh ATLASti generate kan your the list, dia akan keluar dengan wording lah. Tapi kalau you highlight macam ni, dia tak akan keluar dengan wording. Okay, tapi kalau you nak take note, you can use comment macam ni. Tadi saya use this part, lower order thinking, higher order thinking. Yang ini pun nanti ATLASti boleh print out for you a list of lower order thinking question yang you tanya. A list of higher order thinking question yang you tanya. Boleh, it can be done. And then
yang macam ni kita boleh buat macamnya sebelum, because when we have some intervention kan to improve our teaching in terms of nak bagi to improve kita punya higher order thinking, this is where you can buat refleksi.
Betul.
Kan?
Because at the end you'll get the result. You generate tu kan, not just dalam bentuk numbers, berapa banyak soalan lower order you tanya, higher order you tanya. They can also list down your words lah, wording you dalam kelas tu. What type of question yang you tanya. And then you boleh look through and then kita macam, ya Allah kenapalah aku tanya soalan macam ni kan. Tak salah kan?
Ya, tu kadang-kadang kita kata budak kita tak berfikir. Kalau you dengar balik, probably very low level question yang kita tanya sebenarnya. Kan? If you don't really prepare for high order, most likely kita tak tanya. Mungkin you boleh address another question there because masa kita sangat mencemburui kita.
Eng tanya kalau highlight keluar tak berapa saat. Okey. Eng, kalau kita highlight dalam bentuk audio, bila kita generate sekejap saya nak bagi contoh tadi sorry. Bismillah. Ni tadi. Inilah apa yang dia akan generate kan untuk you. Ini from this you will know, okay. For that code, katakanlah code kita ni higher order thinking question kan. And here are example of wording yang menunjukkan kita tanya higher order thinking question, okay. So here 1.59 ni represent where did you highlight the part. It is in document 1 and quotation number 59. Tapi exact saat bila tu tak ada, tapi kalau dalam ATLASti tu, kalau you pergi dekat macam ni ATLASti, sebab you nak cari, you nak retrieve balik that quotation. Sekejap, let me open example lagi satu to illustrate this point. Okay, macam ni Okay. Ni code yang you ada kan. Bila you nak baca balik quotation tu, you pergi kat sini. Bila you double click this part kan, they will bring you, actually you can, certain part of this, bila you dah ada list, macam yang ni, you dah tahu, ini daripada dokumen 1, quotation number 1. Okay, so you can go back. Tapi dari segi exact time tu, tak adalah dia nyatakan di sini. Okay, tapi you can go back. Once you click tu, dia boleh bring you back to that particular quotation. Okay, any other question? Ada tak? You all nampak tak macam mana?
Tapi itu yang saya sangat suka ni. Sebab kita dalam AR ni, kita nak lebih tengok amalan kita. So macamnya kita, contoh kita sekarang ni kita dekat arah nak pergi student centered. Kalau kita analyse kita punya teaching, katalah kita guna kuliah. So we realise that kan, from analyse tu kita tengok teacher centered, kita punya type of question kita buat kan. Jadi kita ada lah evidence to show that teacher centered. Dan kalau for example kita tukar approach, kita tukar jigsaw for example. Kita guna satu pendekatan jigsaw, kita tengok kita punya amalan, kita describe kita punya itu pre-post dari segi amalan. Because kita dalam AR ni kita nak improve amalan kita. When we improve amalan kita, teori pembelajaran mastery kata student will improve. Tak payah kita improve kita dulu. Maknanya kalau kita ke arah, kalau kita tukar method kita daripada kuliah ke jigsaw atau activity jigsaw for example, you akan nampak macam mana kita nak show to convince us bahawa lepas kita guna jigsaw ni, kita punya teacher talk kita berkurang. So kita ada evidence to show that ini sebelum intervensi, sebelum kita guna kuliah, ini kita punya teacher talk, ini kita. So kita tu lebih kepada melihat amalan kita yang kita nak menengok tu. Kalau kita improve, definitely kita bukan nak buat pretest poster tu untuk uji keberkesanan teknik tu. Itu not AR lah. Itu yang kita nak. Hopefully this ATLASti is a tool for you to analyse amalan kita. I think the best way because amalan kita ni semuanya kualitatif. Action, talking, kita punya verbal, kan, kita punya script, semua tu video kita. ATLASti can help us lah. Itu kepentingannya ATLASti dalam PR lah.
Kita punya evidence tu boleh in any form kan, Dr. Zaila?
Ya,
can be the transcription, can be the picture.
Ya, betul. Ya. Kalau macamnya kita tak guna ni, kita akan habis-habis kita ambil pretest budak, post-test budak, itu je lah markah. Hanya kita kata berkesan. Kita dalam AR ni lebih kepada to show how did we do dalam kita nak menambah baik amalan kita tu. Itu yang penting sebab kita nak improve kita punya amalan practice. Okay, kita bagi peluang lah ni. Kita ada 30. Thank you so much lah for everyone yang join kita punya session ya. Pagi ni. Saya pun ialah hari Sabtu kan. Benda ni quite heavy juga, bukan bukan santai-santai punya input ni kan. Thank you so much lah. Dr. Nazar bersungguh-sungguh juga
kan,
macam
Dr. Zaila, saya memang nak share, bukan nak promote ATLASti tu, tapi saya tahu proses kita nak buat research tu kan bukan senang. Macam Dr. Zaila kata.
You buat ni awareness session now. Awareness session to tell everyone kat luar sana. Hopefully nanti benda ni duduk dalam YouTube kan. Hello, this is what can help you. Macam zaman-zaman tahun 90-an masa saya buat, manalah tahu benda-benda ni. Nobody tell us kan. Google pun tak ada. Mana ada Google time aku buat tu. Kan, rasa menderitanya lah. So, this is the thing that can motivate you, inspire you to finish your research kan. Akan banyak. Kalau kita macam mahir ATLASti ni kan, akan expedite lah, bantu kita do the most difficult part. Ya, antara the most difficult part tu adalah untuk menganalisis kita punya audio, punya script kan. Ada soalan lagi tu, apa benda tu?
Saya dah test word cloud, so nampak list dalam word yang di highlight. Macam untuk buat apa panggil literature review lah. It helps sebab kalau you tengok yang Dr. Ani Munirah dengan Dr. Osman Talib offer how to use ATLASti in doing literature review juga. Sebab literature review tu kan, kita kan katakan kita ada 100 artikel kan.
Betul.
Okay, and then you create one, macam saya punya thesis tajuk penggunaan philosophical inquiry approach dalam mengajar civic. Okay, so saya kena ada articles on civic. Saya kena ada articles on philosophical inquiry. Saya kena ada article on action research juga sebab nak discuss kan. So you can create 3 different projects and then you can put all the related articles there and then you can use the word cloud to help you to see whether artikel ni ada kena-mena tak. Kalau dia ada banyak mention pasal that particular thing, of course lah you will choose. And then macam saya tunjuk tadi, you boleh suruh ATLASti siap-siap codekan untuk you. And later dia akan generate the list for you, you baca so that sebelum you start menulis you dah fokus. Tapi the best way is of course you yourself you read and kita sendiri yang assign melalui pemahaman kita kan Dr. Zaila kan. Tapi memang dia boleh tolong.
Wow. Hebat.
Yes, insya-Allah. Banyak dah benda nak memudahkan di akhir zaman.
Tapi nak mudah-mudahan besok janganlah terlalu relax tu jadi tak siap tu. Itu kita risau kan.
I also would like to share satu lagi perkara Dr. Zaila kan. Action research ni can be a mess juga kan. I mean a mess in the sense that you have so many macam kalau level you buat PhD action research, you tenggelam dalam data-data you. Sebab classroom observation je katakan satu cycle ada 12 katakan. Okay? And then you transcribe lagi. So video lain, transcription lain, and then you analyze document budak lain. But all this you can arrange nicely in ATLASti in different project or in one project with all the data under different folders. Then you can present because memang
kita dapat melarikan diri because in masa my PhD tu I ada audio tape bertimbun-timbun. Audio tape kan yang kita rakam daripada kelas. Kalau nak transcribe masa tu kan tak ada. Tak berani Tak berani nak transcribe. Terlalu banyak kan. So I managed to have some bila kita buat PhD ni kalau you can justify why you do certain things, you justify dengan you punya dia kan nak mengelakkan tu. So I managed to get away from transcribing lah. Kalau tidak kita kalau benda-benda macam ni ada memang mudahlah sangat. Orang saya dengar tulis tu.
Betul. Macam saya kan Dr. Zaila satu cycle, katakan saya ada 10 kelas, okay? Tapi saya pilih awal, tengah dan hujung untuk di-transcribe. Transcribe ni yang kita analyze in particular. Kan?
Correct.
Tentu tak ada duit nak upah orang suruh transcribe. Transcription pun mahal.
Betul.
Alright. And then macam tadilah kita sendiri boleh listen dan kita sendiri boleh jot down dengan cara kita tersendirilah. As long as we analyze the data. Tak semestinya nak tunggu orang transcribe baru kita nak analyze.
Alright. Okay, thank you so much dah. Banyak benda kita belajar hari ni. Banyak benda sangat.
Alhamdulillah.
Soalan gitu?
Okay, kalau tak ada soalan lagi, I have included my, you can always email me nazatulakma@iium.edu.my if you have any questions, okay. Kalau nak tanya lebih lanjut boleh je. Sebab saya really want to share the benefits of using it. Okay, walaupun kita hanya nak buat artikel, kita bukan buat thesis pun, it helps a lot insyaAllah.
Ada ke partisipan yang kat sini yang sedang buat Masters or PhD guna AR ni? Muncullah diri. Tahu juga. Dalam menggunakan actual research lah.
Oh ya, Fatin, thank you. That is my email.
Alright. Siapa yang buat tu?
Eng. My student.
Dah level apa dah, Eng? Di mana sekarang ni? Dah mula proposal ke?
Baru nak proposal.
Dapat HLP ke?
Ulang balik? Tak dengar.
Dapat HLP ke?
HLP.
What is HLP? Apa tu?
Beasiswa.
Oh,
Dah dapat belum?
Tak ada.
Buat sendirilah. Okay, buat sendiri boleh relax sikit. Kalau HLP kena laju. Dia ada time frame dia kan. Okay. Congrats to you lah. Alright.
Okay. Kalau tak ada,
Okay, kita pun dah sampai ke penghujung dia ni. Kita pun dah just ngam-ngam lah. Itu sebab saya tadi minta you stop early sikit kan, supaya kita boleh buat discussion sikit persoalan. Thank you so much. Dah mana dia pengerusi majlis je ni?
Saya di sini. Saya nak selit.
Dah cukup time dah time.
Cukup time dah ni. Cukup time dah. Okey, alhamdulillah. Syukur kehadrat ilahi. Ya Allah, sejam dah Tahu-tahu dah pukul 11 dah. Dr. Nazatu sendiri terkejut tadi. Tahu-tahu pukul 11 dah. Sebenarnya macam saya sendiri pun, dulu masa saya early phase saya buat master, saya diperkenalkan dengan ATLASti ni. Tapi saya rasa susah. Jadi saya tak guna pun. Tapi bila dengar
apa-apa yang kita belajar tu, dia akan pandai lah.
Tengok YouTube.
Tapi dia ada sebab nak belajar tu, nak belajar saja-saja je, tak ada. Kalau you ada sebab you nak buat PhD, baru you dipakar. Masa sengaja nak belajar past time, tak adanya.
Jadi saya dah habis master, mungkinlah PhD nanti saya kena. Sebab saya tengok tadi
buat AR ke tu? Action research ke?
Dalam plan tu ada doktor. Seram lah doktor saya nak tanya direct macam ni. Nak cakap tak pun takut. Okey, jadi alhamdulillah, terima kasih banyak kita ucapkan kepada Dr. Nazatul Akma sudi luangkan masa. Tak jadi pergi kenduri doktor, disebabkan sudi nak buat workshop dengan kita. Sebelum tu saya nak jemput Dr. Syafiq untuk sedikit iklan, promosi berkenaan dengan conference. Jadi persilakan Dr. Syafiq.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Just very last minute. Kita punya ICA untuk 2022 kita dah extended kita punya abstract submission sampai hujung bulan 7. So ni 2 hari bulan 7. So you have about a month untuk submit the abstract untuk the conference for this year lah. Okay, untuk siapa yang belum tahu, for the conference this year, we go even further up lah, further higher. In terms of kita punya organisation of the conference, dan ini antara keynote speaker yang kita akan tampilkan lah untuk ICA 2022. Okay, so pada siapa yang masih belum hantar the abstract, this is the peluang lah untuk hantar the abstract, sebab kita ada research and juga ada practice track. Ramai yang tanya kita, ramai yang coming to us dengan soalan kalau masuk ICA 2022 ni dan apa yang jadi pada kertas kerja tersebut. So untuk sesiapa yang ingin hantarkan kertas kerja, kita tak akan publish pada proceeding, tapi kita akan publish pada kita punya journal, iaitu the Malaysian Asian Research, the Journal of, sorry, saya pun lupa sekejap. saya buka website. So kita akan publishkan dalam kita punya journal, Malaysian Journal of Asian Research. So journal ini akan menampilkan, kita sedang put together kita punya the first issue, yang kita akan publishkan dalam Malaysian Journal of Fashion Research. So maksudnya all the papers yang kalau yang nak hantar papers lah, but it's not mandatory ataupun wajib, kita akan publish dalam the Malaysian Journal of Fashion Research. Okay, so that particularly for the research track, but for the practice track, you just need to submit your abstract in terms of the pecah kucha ataupun photo voice. 200 hingga 250 kata perkataan, but it's not necessary lah. It's up to 200 pun it's fine. Dan kita gunakan kita punya conference submission kita iaitu Oxford Abstract. Okay, so the Oxford Abstract ni, the system dia kena sign sikit sebelum masuk tu. Okay, supaya kita boleh manage kita punya conference organisation dengan lebih berkesan lah. Okay, so for the fee for this year, we actually has been discussing and then we providing the lowest possible fee lah untuk for the whole participant for the conference. So untuk MARNet members, the fee is only 50 ringgit, and then for the non-members is 150 including MARNet membership. So maksudnya kalau join the conference jadi member sekali lah. Okay, so research track and practice track 50 ringgit for the members, and then non-members 150. Okay, for the participant, for the members is free, and then for the non-members is 100 ringgit. Okay, then international is 100 USD for the presenters, and participant is 50 ringgit. So if you have any question, just ask lah dekat Telegram ataupun melalui email, dan kita memang correspond dengan semua email yang dihantar. Alright, thank you Fatin.
Okey, terima kasih Dr. Syafiq untuk promosi singkat tadi. Okey, jadi itu sahaja saya kira, dah 11.31. Terima kasih saya ucapkan sekali lagi kepada Dr. Nazatul, kepada Presiden MARNet kita Dr. Zaila, kepada Dr. Syafiq, Setiausaha Agung atas kesudian meluangkan masa pada hari Sabtu hujung minggu ini. Juga terima kasih kepada semua ahli MARNet yang menyertai kami pada hari ini. So, saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih semua.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Syafiq. Doktor boleh end live and kena start streaming YouTube tu. Doktor as co-host boleh buat ke tu?
Tak boleh.
Tak boleh? Okey, tak apa. Saya on dulu balik rumah semua dah ni.